over the past few days, no videos be trendy on social media. Schools ni bi food shortages
Ekosiisen on
among kwani nu ani die makwa koye bibia ewo ho enti aban response to that and saying Reverend akwa bete saying
Yanua nyame adom me ho ye pa na
bibia koye
nyame adom bibia akọ kama yema belated happy birthday
bedase
yankopon koso Anthony nsupa nwo so nhyiraw emebie kwa akese o man kwatenten ahodene wo mu asika nso wo mu
amen
de wo ye no sma de som Ghana man no so ye nyina ye ni and some of us we are keenly following the great services that you are rendering yankopon shall no onka ho
bedase nyame nhyiraw enti me this videos na make rounds on social media one who be
o me hu bi pa medical nchia soronko de ama atiefo etie nyina ewo asempa Ekosiisen dwumedi kase so atitire ye teacher for etie members of our noble profession, heads of schools our for ene asuafo ahodo nyina atitire won so a etie free Asin South constituency free SHS policy eye enhyehyɛ pa Ghana fa na nyina no obi age atomu se eye hye pa eboa oman no kanko kanen na free SHS emaye no megidi se dodo na na womo ani swade hunu anu omo dodo na person komba engineers be award winning journalists be teacher for researchers doctor for professors technicians ni nyina no ekadem data hazards that every year before the implementation of free SHS over 120,000 people and I know mokafi their dreams were truncated and you know so twa BC saying cra and I'm say fameko ni ho na boafo bia ni ho ntino no academy de bia ya me story eye mfanto ho se eponimu a ye wo meto ya sinkuru a ewie ye kro ndi efe pa na yenyi no sabe na light kura ni ho fomusu na ne ye nom a teacher for bi ba ho enya pepa be kire ya de ewie ezu twa kama ye control so school nkura na ye den me say ekowi ase no mepe ene obi a metumi free sa ekura na se eko secondary school na me drew hokra no by the time I kika besia ne adesi ani a metumi ko ekura na say ye bie school several weeks and some me to me ko but enko me ko honso me ko sia emrante wa ne maba wa bebra won so free enkronkitu am ne very poor backgrounds say me dey bi a wo mon so narrowly wo mon so atumi nya besia bi aba a lot of them could not survive by the time I we 3 years no na bebre na atia science titire wo mo e wo dey no so wo hostel wo be nanti aba school aduane kura wo nya bi ni borders e kwa kodidi na komode no no otena ho ye ne e wo boarded e to be about 2 weeks 3 weeks ni apam ye intimi ko dining adan ya ye the school fees ka exam so be ba na unsunu gujamu adan ye ba be pam because wontumi very embarrassing sa nyoma we nyina e ko so na ne nyina mu no aban enso se pa free SHS o man His Excellency na nado danko Akufo-Addo si gina se so o man no se dia se constitution ni mu se SHS enye free a we must operationalize that aspect of the constitution but bia se ehwe sika bia poni bi de to ho e de boy ye mrada ye ma e da ache ho bra na ye nyina mpo yatumi agi atumu se amama akese te se France Japan England, United Kingdom, America, Canada, nomni adia ye ko hokko be bosia ko pemu anyina no wo nyina no be 80 years ago 60 years ago e be 100 years ago and over free education e no mo de fa so de dane wo mo man nani sa bre na bia no mo nye ade force de ne wo mayi enzo mo hu se so wantu sa na mo no amfa sika pudu ammo humasua ho bra anchekere wo mo da achi anto ho through humasua de bi no wo medu on dokono kwa eno mo yes investment no sa abre no enti no se yenso yapesi edu sa mpempenso no na ye free ohia puduom na ye di dia it is human capital e ya mpedifo ka se egro bia ye de nipa na chekere enti nipa na de wo mba be chekere man no se yentumi amfa o man no sika hakra mo ho bra ema the talent of the poor wo mo a ewo nipa bi wo mu a eso mtum edadi na wo mtumi de boa o man ne puntuo enam se wo mu ni bi ntino na de bia wo mu akakire na kakra bi na ekọ omani entino yensi sa gina no the whole Ghana obi anso efo aso say His Excellency yentu sa na mo ebra ye chance 2017 all stakeholders e do mu awuram e boa na de bia me kan say ye will be bia ye pese de politics ana say de bibia be politics a ehuma sua pa de ye fancy nchen and you between bibia e politics but ye mfa we nsi nchen. One other thing I'm saying so ya de ni say de politics but particularly the education of our children and you say the politics bia bem ye better chance as conference of heads of assisted SHS teacher unions a teacher for every stakeholder bia aban to sana moin what to me I na famu de aboy chidom and support to the vision of the president near to me do some penso ya aya akono akonanim ama every month bia me call minister of education ho e confirm me no ni obi there is not a single month country be ma Ghana say what is ye free SHS na ne pa otete no wahu no opese wo ba no so besua ebi wa ministers of education ebi wa chief directors be of various ministries, senior public servants and senior political appointees.
Yeah, but obite all this good narrative now. Who videos and say ye who from senior high schools now.
Ni nyina ka ho.
Erodi gains ni nyina wa.
Debi enrodi ni nyina ho mba so mbi say mo ye den na mutumi edu sam pempen so we. Na challenges na mo fa mu. Mo ye den na mutumi overcome mo ye. Na say bia mo challenges bi mu kra mprempre ya kwan ben so na mo fa so a mo sustaining na ebie ni nyina mu na ya kire wo. They go and come back. Some of them send delegation to study further. Ni nyina no e kire say o mind ye bibi pa bia ma ye minus ye e bia na hu so mfa so. But in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, wa breakcross abre no ye human capital index etumia pager every sa and that base map 0.44 ye wo mu yi etumia pager akobe ye bia 0.8 ni ade a ye be men amman bi say Singapore no ne Vietnam no Japan no woni a na won so bo brete say di ya South Korea no ne ade no so a few decades ago no mo so bo brete say di ya wa fa ehumasuya so adane wo man na ni no e ho ne be hu say sa o mampani his excellency na do dan kwakufu ado ba bi obi en kopeden na nase now say e ka say ye ba aba be policy we the investment heavy investment e been see that there's no government in the history of our fourth republic we investing into education saying his excellency na do dan kwakufu ado aban na ni nyina mu no na hwe endepa efri mu aba enya bempenso a say kase ye san ye chiako embre na sabre no over 120,000 no mutumi etina fie because mo afu ni sika ombetua. Now we must forge ahead, and if we are forging ahead, yes, we hear of some challenges. Yenya tipentempa yakum. I will not sit here to tell you say Obi out of the 846 SHS and TVET institutions are boa ye mofrey etitiwom eketa to over nearly 1.4 million students no mint na kan kire say ebia one single school bi e wo ho a me o ka say wo mu ni ebia nuane ho problem bi. I cannot sit here to say that in all honesty. Why is it so? Because even at the time I mean me enu bra na ye secondary school na ye dia ya wo fo ni tua ye duane kakura mpo no boarding fee ni kura mpo no. There was not a single time secondary schools ever Ghana ha nyina no. Na yes obia wo nuane fo. Ba bi wo be kwose ne monsan ya ebia ne gari na asa. Ne gari nsan ya bia oil asa. Oil nsan ya we na asa. And sa na tie. Sa na de run.
Those times na mama na heads there was some level of autonomy. Omo procurement. This time we say as part of this program no more centralized BBA. So why should there still be short?
And yes, centralization, sir, in the sense of the word.
Okay.
And say aban ne tua ka de.
O tua ka for duane no.
Ha, aban ne tua book ka, o tua duane ka, o tua electricity ka, o tua house dress ne house jerseys ne school clothes, baby even including PTA fees na ya friend development levy. Aban ne tua ni nyina say be ya bad time no. Na so mbedwo no. Na say sika na nka over 100 million na nka wo de be kwa akobọ ne ba ho brasa no aka ne bottom man de nafu odi ato on toes e de ni dwa e de ato roofing sheet e de abone down so no so na brabo akonanim. So we have centralized the payment, but in terms of say why na beto we ho na beto we ni de e ba ne nuane semo a ya chemu the ohamu enchemu 30%, which is eduasa, yes, 30%. the ama headmasters ne say baby is that aduane bi say atosode enche na say
perishable goods
absolutely
in toast
ni kosua nom ne bayere nom ne nneoma bi enwu ya ye ne nkoko ya ne nneoma bi atisa makonum ne ade no all those perishable goods no yen kan mom ne emfa ma wom mo mo ankasa
mo ento no mo de bill na ba ma mo tua
absolutely yen ya etua ye discount ma wo mo ankasa
okay
yen ye release sa perishables ne ma wo no mo a de di sa adwa no de ahwe wo na momu no enuane a te se mo business tree ebru ne gare ne aduane millet no atoko no de tete sa na de eno no ya sign region bia district bia suppliers wo ho enye se bia ese bibia won kran enti no ye to bibia won kran ene de ko na kran ebro do se ne dua won kran enkran ha gare do se ne twi wa ha enkran ha emo do se ne dua wa ha enti no a lot of these food stuff are within the 70% ne kra no ye wo suppliers various districts in the various regions are won ye sign wo mo through buffer stock national food buffer stock
company
ena aban apa won say won mandate ne say o mamu nyina enuane sam say prison service say ha won food security ni mu ne ade won be kura enuane say de be ya at all times no some essential food and commodities bi be ka o mamu ntino say wo mo adwuma dadade ne wo mo hwe na enuane etete saa no won make sure say won akasa select suppliers a be men schools no emfa wom emma wom en supply
no buffer stock selected suppliers no
buffer stock en fa saafo no ono ahwehwe schools suppliers a be men various schools no na odi ama wom enti no wom supply wi a no mo de ho nkrata ba beje
no ma beje scan free ministry
buffer stock wa na buffer stock so e de ho bills ni ade na yes na Ministry of Finance release yaba and education so the amount
okay in the sana chain no
sanity and
it is a shortage bar na AI free buffer stock na any nioma na say supplies na enkoje
and no say yet say shortage asi wo ba bia ordinarily no system are putting in place no
yes
de ma ye hu say enuane e be sort wa ha
okay
and no ntempa na say buffer stock supplier no ohwe de ko because ya hihye enti every term bia no enim say okay school bia mo population et say ya the whole semester no mo be hia emo dodo bia 100 bags bottle bia bottle duonum ana say bia sichire bottle du ana say anwa gallons be say ya planning ni nyina ho
yes
and so sabe ya ontumi mfa de o me hia ni nyina dakoro nkusum ho sa e bi kura na store room ni mpo no entumi nkipu ni nyina enti no se sadia na uchichemu bi wo ho a wo mo ye wo monthly supply bi wo buy monthly and bi so bi a every 3 weeks bi na or the biko no esa no the biko enti no what they do is that say particular duane bi ba besa wo hwe o school population no ahwese obi a o aka boto bi a edu aka boto du bi a dakru bi a u use boto baako enti na ese ena du ntemu no na ese aduane no ebesa enti ho na ese otumi trigger request say supplier no famre wo mo kasa directly oftentimes no edru ye ne nchen at the time e bia headmaster no a place request bia ma supply bi so famra na bia ebre no apa ho bia na osusu senka within 1 week no na aduane besa e bia within 1 week no na supply and into me farm ya na bia ba could be one particular food item or two be asa onyaye e wanna they place calls they call me directly they call minister directly they can call any of our
heads no
heads yes they have access to us because enuane mofra na wo ye ma na wo ye mo fansefo enuane nkuma na wo and aban so this cat was ye mfa mo bra
in that instance so mo frame a what do you do
and in tempana won frey ya ba bia ebenya aduane bia no because nipa na fro say he is in critical shortage
okay
e bi kra nyo no na fro bi odisi na regional director bi so na district that but wherever you hear it we don't have a prescribed channel bi say fa wherever we hear say school way they are in dire need of supply e kwan bi say fa so no they must get it and you know ye me ti hai se menya hu video bi ana say school head bi frame so ye duane say asapa entempa no matumi ye call
wow ko
yes one of these days information me beto dwa station be so nyamo ha na nyamo ha na me wa mo fidi kase so me mo mudin for whatever pep me mo mudin omo ebo ye chi omo so nankofo bi frɛ. Oh, so people actually called out voice. Oh, me a parent to her, me a way wa ha, me back school wa ha, omo presec, ebo rally, ebo ukapema, ebo schools by 10. Na aduane bako kra ni school mu ho. Wo ko se ya, enkra no chin come aduane bako oh, na ha yimhye pa. Enti no ye tesa minister te ya no so Ntim Fordjour ye nchemu mienu. Wo ko se school miss me ko ha. Anadwo asuomu. Ye free office anajo ye te ya na ye call baby say ekobia the following morning nsuo twa mache ye call dia ka nyina ye ko so ya te se muni nnuane na se de ye report no ayem hihye no so ye batan ye ma na wa hai enti no ye hu nnuane no de he na asa na go na ye place course baby be nya bia no ye supply mo omza ye hu nnuane na se da bi sa this is what we had on the news. Our phone be a fresh or more man se come de wom ntino anuane asa ene abai mum ye supply omso da ene sa de munko bie store room no me ehwe obi ahaya ye twitwa videos ni mfoni ade bi mpo ba eba studio abekere o we don't have any intention say ye go school ho akọ stage bibia. I would have been so happy say ebekọ no na nka anuane ni ho na nka etumi abo awom but they had food. So all that I'm saying is that so school no ewo genuine needs be say enuane ashoto a yet ya be supply but binumu a one person wo di way fast ye politics di go aban animu ase so enuane ni all the 846 schools enuane asawom ene mofra na echen kom ene yese no exaggerate no mesre senka me no I dare say situation no say the aircon senka bia social media so to me exacerbate senka mene obra na ekosku na mobile phone ni hon senka bia na nka mobile phones ni social media WhatsApp ne Facebook ewo ho a nka even do a nka enumpo be worse than now because no bad time na ene yi free ni bottom kotua enti no nka bre a ye ne ewo schools a enuane short ya na enamo a ye pone de say ensam na the whole 12 people on a dining table. Namo an ye de say aduane ye to aduane so aye di no. Ene nkwan bi an ye di ne nuane bi an ye di sometimes no. Me gidi senka hell would have broken loose.
Baba honorable what video no said ye wo ka no. Jackson video na mun sign fan to so what me find out a school be.
Oh yes, we have interrogated. Na me gidi say sa video no ebia wo mu twa no a certain time bi atwam and ebia wo mu twa ya o mo de bae. Now as to even at the time wo mu twa sa video no na sa school no pote no o mo aduane asa anazo no mo aduane nsan ye no there is no one has established it because your fresh school for Nankasa.
A school be
it's in a Volta region. I don't want to.
A Volta region school.
Yes, I want to for some reasons.
Okay.
Na your fresh ho asman kofu akoho akohwe wo mo storeroom omo onuane
this school
yes
now this particular school
yeah but see sometimes when people are sending videos narrative or no de beka ho no eno na obiai
follow
but I'm sitting on your show and I'm saying that if there's any of the 846 schools 46,000 schools
yes
TVET NSHS omo ni nuane
no 846
oh, sorry, 846. 846 TVET.
Yes.
And
senior high school.
And senior high schools. Omuni enuane a. And omume asonte. Yede ayam sisi be kwa komo omu aduane. But ya anya ne sa na say obi akotwa video. We will be encouraging certain things. We will be hwe no ochina bi na headmaster bi kura no ono nim se ono ahyehyehye ne bibia kama anytime bia ne nuane bi besanso no supplier e de man promptly no to say the call achimota e call presec e call rally e call ukapiman call schools nketwa ne akese category C A B irrespective ni nyina wo mkekan ye call rewura ho a ye call biebue ya na nuane temasco no nyina no mo ka ho ye ne ebo anako ye call biebue ya na nuane wo ho no then all those things ebekwa akwa bize prank calls enti no wo bete se anuane asa wa ha ne kura mpo no no ahwa na enkoye obi asemuhia meanwhile no It's not supposed to be so. When obibe to me akwa ye bibi afi no etwa aduane ayedini. But how sure are you that is truly what they are being said?
But there might be those exceptional circumstances, but generally across the board, and some of the messages are may go through. No, for example, this one says, "Good afternoon, Obi. I hope you're doing well. I have a son in St. Peter's Senior High School, and I can tell you on authority that food situation there is not good. There is not even enough to feed the boys. We as parents have been forced to intervene, and also find evidence below. These are names of students whose parents have supported so far and the amount paid. And, or the about list, their parent be a try just for them to feed the children. This cannot be story. Okay, the share my special food support in the 500 Ghana, 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana, 300 Ghana. Yes, 100 Ghana dorso and a 200 dorso. 500 I think one and a 150 Ghana. But majority 100 and 200 Ghana cedis.
Obi, and what need to see? 100 Ghana, 200. Wait. I am not saying this to despise any contribution one has made, but I'm saying so to have the whole of Ghanaians to appreciate the quantum of investment are buying at the Aboya Mahobra. Over 2.2 million students from 2017 by Pimana, Womonia free such as home emphasis. Billions are buying at the Eura or Mwedrian. Yes. And to know, granted, say be a school bimpo, and Nanka bimpo nesi, and empono sabreno. I will be Obiko equal to 100 cities.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We must be circumspect. And so, like I'm saying, you know, baby beer, you better say Adriani be asan hon. We supply in this particular video. Air security we have gone there. We have asked the I personally didn't go, but we have asked a voter in the fast. Yeah, officials or free secretariat or Ben one. That's one man called GS officials be a big man will be. We've spoken to the heads. Almost say they will niane as the name of Casa
and voter in school.
Yeah, we start. I'm just starting security and Ross and Richie.
Yes,
starting and there's some money and Rihanna. Monkan the short. There's some money now. Money say so. We have. Some of them even went to the extent of even stating quantities, taking stock of the almost send it by.
Your suspicion is that this video was taken some time ago.
Yes,
current.
Absolutely.
But St. Peter's DA, if it's anything to go by, there's a current situation. So St. Peter's here, a big school.
And I'm saying, sir, every school, that was the first submission at the outset, sir. Any school be
or what shortage,
you know. Oh, me asonte St. Peter's. Obia Texas woman near
Ekosiisen on Asempa
FM. We first call the head. Say niate. So when I share home my yate says money and Emma awofo.
Yes. And a contribution.
And 200 Ghana, 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana. I will be class with 5 million. I no correct. It's not to victimize anybody. If anybody comes to say somebody has been victimized, the person is a liar. Because nobody has victimized anybody for raising simply that Medri and Yasa Bremibi.
But that has been one
is crime about
against Mose?
When
the headmasters talk,
how
victimize
they should bring one particular person. They should mention one particular person. Say, Obi, Sir Headmaster way, Kwajo Mensa, or Agotime Petoy SHS, and I say Bia or Asinkrua SHS, any BBS answer Asinkrua SHS. I'm just saying. Say you are synchro SHS. No free say only aduane no. Ya yinadi, ya suspended no. Ya yin say ya demoted no. They should measure one single person since the implementation of free SHS 2017 till now. And to the speculation no, it must be stopped. Because we appreciate feedback. Feedback ye di adwuma. And to no one na ye dey enkra over be 2000 ahye wonsa. Say hwe wo so maye. Is answer any abaya ni ased any adia to you see ye hwe wo ene wo no ya pa wo say hwe mai mai wo hwe nkura be 1000 so wo hwe nkura be 2000 so ye no na ye adwuma ye ne tenkran ebia wo kwawu ebia wo zuarungu wo nzima ebia wo bono na se wo hwe wo so amaye no ato ye nkra se waduane asa ye mre obia one e kwa victimize wo ntempa ye ma meboa
but honorable
that must be demystified.
Yeah, obeje nso atomo say, and you've been around even though our ministry for almost 2 years, the issue of food shortage, was not very regular, at least, and even the free SHS, now you're food shortage like in recent times. What's happening?
I would say, sir, in all these things, what we have to also bear in mind is that, sir, challenge be
yeah.
What you do as a leader, and say, then I bear the aswam. And in the longer term, we are addressing some of these things. But I am saying, sir, amount for because the schools in United and Yasa close or more down, it is exaggerated. It is not as it is.
Has any school been closed down?
No shortage. No, but that's what they are saying. There's no school that has been closed down. Schools are running and they have adequate stock of foods. As and when our attention is drawn, says school any Adriano and Tempa Wonsaka. Yes, I agree with you, Sebia. For the past few years, post-COVID in particular, and in particular, Russia and Ukraine for some year by are affected or man BBA or more, or more, including BBA. Within that period, when we say Bia, a reporter, Bia shortages, it's a bit more rampant than a certain era. But Ninano, we share the Aben Bia or what friends or run public good Bia. There is no government that does not have arrears. Aben Bia, even baby, a cocoa bobessian in our crown, or moon in our running on arrears. So now we are having an innovative discussion. Discussion ekoso ekowie ya eno ebetumi enya hyehyɛ bia ebema sɛde suppliers ya wɔn suppliers anuane sɛ bia beba wɔn mpo ahare wɔn wɔn de nuane no pa contentem sen sɛde no wɔn de komprempre ya na sɛ bia obi bɛka sɛ o meka bia ade me no wonya ntuane nyina ma me wa ma me bidie ba nso aka bia can also be can one make media and intentum. If that is the case, dear, you arrangement to be I know banks no ankasa a bit take a charge of that payment schedule. And to also plan you and what the invoices way bills no be accord no more vet who said no correct. So then you say na diako simple city NSC Tiamawa. Then those banks will pay you while bra your trends are buying so. Be releases at the Ama Bank.
Okay, now
so these are discussions.
Absolutely. Not later buy at the Ama Bank.
Absolutely. So that all these will be evened out.
No, but eventually, say a buying was canibia obitri Ama Bank now because I'm thinking say me a supplier. Na minyame prompt payment. There is no way near an main supply. And the bottom line they say sikasem ho ayedin, right?
And Nina they make an say every year be a budget.
Yes.
Say this amount of money.
Ebeko into supplies.
And in the TBA echo because the Quran bedidi. And to say biasa bosumi way na say utia empon went to ampo. And na utia no bosumi no be enter another even 3 months later krana. What ya? That commitment has obligation has been met. But a be an abosumi ba ko ana mienu bi ne twam. And within that period no the challenges big akra ba ya. Yem yintua no earlier. But a buying payment schedule so there won't mean secretary say every month be ano back on that schedule. And there's no country that happens. Not even baby a cocoa
shortages report ya ebamo hono. Eya na ye more on the perishable foods na say there was a free buffer stock econo.
Ye ne afemu de no. De omo 30% perishable no de eno ewo.
I know your headmasters but there are not shortages in Mahone Papa.
The woman a report to my essay. Ye ne enko supply ye ne afemu de.
Momo de no. Okay.
And you know that is the focal because headmaster no because ye mo asa we answer obe calling so no na de no say asa no nasa now de akọ but the obi be throw a chire say se bia main case St. Peter's dey but oftentimes the ones that you hear on media platforms, no,
yes.
I be circulate. Ubeko school or nentisa. But the headmaster nankasa be frɛ. Aka kyerɛ wo sɛ, oh, my short way. You don't even have to go to verify. Because yes, he has told you. You don't even have to go there to verify. And no, yeah, fast. Kwanya, say a pe kwanya, edinu beko. But say what thing I want, mean lodu and fan only for you to drive it back. Into the humbe here say, oh, wabe to me now call as a minister. Mean so I delegate district director be regional director be and free coordinator be or benho or koshe say oh and krase ni atuye. On a very credible platform as Ekosiisen, yeti enso yedi ayemu hye yaba me hese no correct meduan no ashoto ana mumbi storeroom no o yahwe okay we nso asa yeti se bia momo na asa yeti se bia esam na asa enso ye ba ye hu se bia aduan nso asa ene ye de we nso beka ho aba then we do it that way. But I'm telling you that about 99% of the cases are to social media so no obeko school na nnuane wo ho
the other thing is honorable you see for headmasters no mama almost some level of allowance be say omumpe creative means be even when omunya shortage are to say the Peters for AA if parents are because I recall at a point moka say Emma school be anyiska be and free parent be out but are they allowed to creatively raise funds say to feed?
No, I will doubt if oftentimes obeti say you say you bought headmaster be kwa do so akwaje jenko fusika
yes
in most cases no obekom no na bia voluntary bi na nipa no bia awofo bi so you pese say de awofo bi tumi come together so ye bana yaba
yes
yaba besi library amamo yaba betobas amamo yaba besi science lab amamo
yes
voluntary
yes
across the world obiaye and all students cry awo for you obiaye in the same way no say kwan bi so no a group of stakeholders castle voluntarily ya dey to your so say ye bibi di aboa school no in any way possible na say nye school authority be and they call place a request and answer or coco si obi a question obi ketia I don't be bia and si obi akwan say omunyi bi ma said de bia no other school national say obeko all student orag be fedbi or the student in and mark on one bomu a science lab will be almost the amount of one achimota ukoko science lab one of the biggest science labs yes bia ma won so all students nso akwa akosi kase pa won organization bi na kambo mu ye enti no bibisa no enye sabia obi na koje ekopa eto de ma obi but omo ankasa na afi omo pem na nya pepa ayi bi di eboa omo ankasa ma anazo omo suku enti no the matters must be delineated. But if it is established say your headmaster be occupy to be ama for there and on the tiamra
the headmaster be aduane like omo storeroom aduane ashort
frɛ never be mra because headmaster be a catcher say wa frɛ say na aduane asa and wa frɛ no yamfa bi ama let that headmaster speak up because any head bia obe fresh na aduane asa bia omemu ha yo han obi enuane nsan yo enuane abusu omemu ha enti no head na be ka say school bia ma yahu say na aduane asoto a entempa na yentumi nya bi mfanko enuane abusu wo Ghana ha enti say kuro bi so na say school bi na omanuane one or two type of food bi asa entempa na we hear it we go and supply so this politics of and Ekobasa and this for no kitemu memmo bidding but stations be no more friend no be crowd to me kwa kofa sabia primary school for school feeding no dey video no twa no na TV so pa no dey ye ne editorial no dey boy achi say mo secondary school nuane entisa ye besre o mamu ha no sabia president a oba ya ono asinkete se so man ni bi kura na ye ni bi kura no kakra bi a ye wo bia no ye mfa sesa ye mai sebre se de be ya wo kina bi mu ni hia no ase etumi ta na chi ebo ne chi dom ne ko ni
into wo kata ye nta omampanyi echi no I have parents, me mate or me parents, some of them have walked up to me and said, say, Obi, neba every school eba fie vacation, or share neba na, ne sotia na tena ne yemshe. Enti, eno kasa meba mean throw sa suggestion out. Say, abayi bitia, nanka eduane cost, the cost item on the bill abayi fano. Eduane the end, your parents the intria just to ensure so mama benya eduane.
Obi, we have a lot of discussions on national education with me. We are because I've explained exhaustively this food issue. So back time be a country was a back of a secondary school, and eduane de mano, and na mana for one nipano, and yano cran walker.
Sir,
I am telling you on authority. Me ye visit a lot of schools and ye schools akese nkwane ye visit me kura obi a me fie class and tin kron kitu mu schools no ye tie hugu mu pa e kosrasra wo kwohwe enkura no se de omo aye fine compared to bra omo ba ya sabi bad time bi be kan se ode ne ba ko se aban school mu no aban anhwe ne ye mu afon a enka enrollment enka ye ba ye atumi apeja akọ 95%. No guess what? Because there are parents who can afford it and they take their children to other private schools. They would have taken them out of our Wesley Girls, our Simaso secondary schools, our Ghana National, our Oralis, our Ukapemai, our Ahantama SHS, and all these schools. They would have taken them away. They would have taken them from Osechi SHS. They would have taken them out. But day in, day out, they are coming in. There are many students that are even withdrawing their awards from private SHS to enroll them in public. So that assertion is false. Say Bia, there's a peculiar problem. Bia chronic no kunya ya. No, that must be investigated. But say Bia, Akran Eswatia. There are so many factors that account for that, and even that it must be medically supported. Say Nesonatino, was it even for health benefit or just rather inimical to his health? Because Akran Eswatia in itself does not suggest the deterioration of health. And in your best, but Nina Moon may bonnet tofa. And Miani Bia else a school biano, a boy home or in the co. Dear see Bia and any Ayama phrases, a Gina Brani, do some pensuya, a home for so dear, dead dear. The quality, a cancer, a measure indicators are a stress, a koyanim, a sa policy moi. All indicators are pointing positively. Where WAEC 2020, the first results by indicators in the history of our republic. Yentumi enya enwumasuan sunsuan so enko nanim entwa musada because Arabia na twetwa mu kɔ no nese ye de nkura ne kɔ ekɔsete kura na nipa dodo bi ye de ombekɔ no emu just about 28% depend to me passing maths, just about 32% depend to me passing English. Na yentumi nya even 50% of the students in all the four core subjects. Now, so for the very first time in our history, and the Fourth Republic, the first batch of free SHS, Ekojina, West Africa, Babra, Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Sierra Leone, and some Kora, Ebetroyan, our Monday, our Fona, and a Boom Hokano. Yeni and Korano, they outperformed them. 1 year in Kora in
FM 94.7.
Straight A's, I say 8 A1s in all the subjects, a more 87%, and a free Ghana. Out of the 7 countries, we outperformed Nigeria. But for the first time, over 50% of our candidates were able to have A1 to C6, which is quality passes in all the 4 core subjects. And a being sida. You call your name 2021. S1. Your name 2022. So I bet nim adentia because you didn't say pegua if you have removed this burden from parents. Nasa Akrebiako school. Nadrian D and how view. They student and I come do a free day, 1 hot meal, AD. Borders, yam pamo almost say, ya pamo or the car and Tikofi, and Sabran videos be we ama. And no crana na wo phone tuano one certain foods a short to brana enuane crana and say be cran kasen no nobody brought anything out, but because of social media and some of these things APP ni nyina actually aban san fa textbooks core textbooks akora bia na bin see that a tour 4 course textbooks they mark akora bia textbook for all the course subjects e de mark akora bia electives nenso yes santo di gu chapo di ma say they should make reference to it. Yes santo interventions money our free SHS mu and the free SHS nye nuane nko a sabe enye nuane nko a there are a lot of things are buying a car buying efa and nyina no hia a dey boa yes santo interventions money ma teacher for no Emma any BF4 na kan no muntumi nya sika nkoye extra classes and sika for ne man nko an tumi koye extra classes no ya twam asabre we hia ni bow we sika ni bow you have equal level of extra tuition ne nyina no enkamfua no enkura no atumi anya what it takes eboa ma outcome no ekonanim we ye se pa aze nyina ya koyanim na sabi a nyoma bi na enkoyi a mun ya sutri but the ekoyi nso no ma obi nkofafa propaganda fa metum futuro nkofo ani say na situation it the situation in our 846 SHS and TVED institution is very creditable bibia kototen enuane wo ho a emofra edi say how bimpo and a beba school bia entempa na yete ya ebetu anamo akwa
my kind messages kakra. Good afternoon Obi. We still at suspension stew and soup even when we paid school fees in the 80s. School food has never improved, although we expect better catering. Let's be realistic in the way we talk about free SHS. The government has done well, and let's be appreciative. There are better days ahead, was said when we were in school in the 80s. We are still saying it in 2022. Mark, US of A. Obi, good afternoon. Ask the Honorable Minister that is it true that parents whose wards are in Ntim school are taking care of 30% of their meals, as always said by Honorable Edua Sare, the former MP for Adenta constituency. Iaquinta Ewa Shaiman. Say Ntim.
School.
Parents no take care of 30% of the meals.
Anya no credit school bia o Ghana ha. A school no asha our force omuntia fees be. It is never true. No headmaster has compelled any parent to pay 10% or 20% or 1% or anything. It must be put on record. If awofo bi bob wasika bia no akosi bibi aye bibi di aboa wo momo fra ne suku a, why must we discourage them? And why must it be mixed up with school head be sabia woman na enye nuane nko a o
that we say unse waka parents na e bia omu kosi school library omu si science lab we no omu jeje for aduane o
why na jeje headmaster ben na jeje because that headmaster has not coerced any headmaster has not coerced any parent to do anything. He has not levied any parent. Minimum sa headmaster ne pa reverend minimum no pa suffer. He will never do that. So I will for kwan bi o mo fa so de bu o school kwan hodo bi so a, that must not be construed as a headmaster be way. And I'm saying this, and my final word on this matter is that me go school and chebe I don't know manofun was studio I said maybe university 2017 say far earlier than that. But chebe compared to the binimu de o mo koye. And so young pencil and maybe a teacher muko and you di boarding school. Men can't find school be anyone. Men can't find school be a Miami school as a man so as it just go in number for an was into Gessens and Fantipimone Achimota and a presec and a premp and almost they know moody. The food we are eating, the kids are eating now, are far better than those days now. You see, your school fees, you know. The school, the Adriani feed a more phrases say and the free SHS much better than the times that we were paying. I visit schools, many ministers, you know, yeah, visit schools are unaware. So I just say be a speech and prize giving day, beer, and no much to that tools are. Otherwise, a lot of our visits now to Hane Yabaura. If you are to me back morning, it me call area, it me call Nimre. We go and have meals with them. And we have all those pictures circulating or social media. Now, and you'll be surprised to say, Adriana na Kurani dia one kasa would dibino, a tall toucher maswa. Now they are to brana one kasa for a movie crabia will be for one could a quadro park or no answer or the Akutiani school fees. Fato to home hesse. So we must appreciate what the government is doing.
Obi, good evening. Who didn't grow slim after first time in secondary school? Homesick, not eating as much food as home, not eating favorite food, punishment from seniors, etc., all contribute to growing slim. These have existed since. Kwame Eje Asante Edie. Reverend Ntim Fordjour and his team are doing very well. We are solidly behind them. Free SHS is the game changer, and it will continue to be free for all. Brian Boabe. Obi, good evening. When did our secondary schools become 5-star hotels where sushis are served in the dining hall? Let's be real. Social media is what is killing us. Kweku Owusu ewo koforidua and Odiwe Abba. Good day, Obi. I want to know from the Deputy Minister the mechanism they put in place to check proper utilization of foodstuffs in the senior high schools. Truth is, most of these shortages happen because school authorities, including the matrons, allegedly steal the foodstuffs meant to be cooked for our young ones. This is an open secret. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona, or Dobain. Obi, what's the correlation between free SHS and food shortages? I completed senior high school in the year 2000 and we had food shortages then. We didn't have free education at the time. Let's separate the issues. We need to be mindful of the propaganda element of these issues. If as Ghanaians we do not want free SHS, we should all come together and cancel it. Max on okay. Obi de school no video na call viral na school ni dia send me plus nipa utwa video no but we say Obi, any student who will come home with weight gain does not learn. How can you gain weight with the ghosting and don't wake ups? Nana amponsa bediakon edia ono dia brain enono. We say free SHS remains a remarkable policy, and President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia shall be remembered one day. Kudos to this government. Regards to how Akumsin Rainbow is in Kaswa. Honorable Ma Yenshwe, the National Education Week. Obi, there are a lot of issues in our various schools, but I can tell you that most of the headmasters are afraid to come out. I think the Honorable Minister and his team should check their fact well. Sir Prince, ewo ayen suano ede way abraying. But how would any parent expect his or her ward to return home from boarding house looking bloated after a term of serious academic work? I was at St. John's School in Secondary in the 80s, and we still ate gas oil. Justice Abeku Newton of Fair, old saying, good evening to you. Sorry, the cancer. Where's the Obi? When my daughter was in Achimota, we decided that we want the house painted almost every year, bought expensive water pumping machines because we want our children to enjoy luxury. Nobody pushed us to do that. My daughter always tell me they serve them with ideal milk. Free SHS is our inheritance. William Sangmore, Eddie Way Abrain. Hey, ideal milk. I know Achimota school my ideal milk. Hey, Achimota for did it. Obi, I'm doing the listening. And the Honorable Deputy Minister is doing very well. He should keep the focus. Say hi to him for me. Say Obama Pokwasi. Good evening, Obi. I've just been thinking about the purported underfeeding in our boarding houses, with some ranting that parents should be made to pay boarding fees. Come to think of it, are parents barred from stocking the chop boxes of their wards? The parents who want to pay the boarding fee should use that money to buy provisions for their wards. They can use those monies to buy Horlicks, cornflakes, tin fish, and others. And here they are. So, anyways, Obi, please ask the minister why the ministry is not encouraging all senior high schools to have school farms. My school at Disco had a school farm as far back as 1965, and we were fed from the farm. It also helps us learn some farming skills. Edwin, Ose?
No, we are here.
Adisco.
Maybe Abra side ho. Be a paid side maybe.
Or say they eat eggs twice a week. School is in your farms and Kenya bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now say prisons. Prisons is one more farms. Obi,
me you know na
yes.
cancel.
Yes.
Yeah, kama awofo nyina akoma to mu yam say emfonia bi no madwitwa to social media no wotia na ayem hyehyew wanhwa adwon be se wo nkora ne kora no yenhwe omu yi aban we nani ewo emofra ho sanse emofra ne ye da ache wo mo sa na eba beboa ama ye oman no atumi akọ nani madum pempenso aye hwehwe enti ni wo ho agro kora enu nti enna ka bi ese ebo wo ho bia no de ka to kaso enti no obi ankana komanto no yemu Mma no enyina they are in good hands in every public TVET and SHS school bia wo mu ewo mu na hwe empempenso adru national education kaye ya oman no ya na to da bia politics nti no de ye nyina ya kambo mu aya atumi ama ya drum pempenso edi mu no ye ntumi nka because we because but we have come together as a country and we have been able to push our education outcomes very 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 well. We have been able to transform reform keke. We are transforming education. Kane no na se oko school mu a ema do abehu wo no kuma be particularly in the basis at the basic level. Many will can say we have a gender parity of 1 in our primary schools, our public primary schools. On the aggregate level no a gender parity of 1. Na say enkurako school mu na say ma 100 na wo ha a man so 100. It is a remarkable achievement as a country we must be proud of. No, actually, no. We share STEM investment. 10 state-of-the-art STEM schools are built from scratch. Ukomu abomusu, ukobo some girls, ukopasimpe, prempre ameno kaseya facilities a wohono. As in a broche school be computers are computers. Science labs. Oh, ya be miensayano. Ya be miensayano.
Oh, miensa.
Yes.
STEM schools.
Yes. Ya be no. Pasimpe abomusu ene bosom girls.
Abosom trigger your minister
absolutely.
I know custom schools now.
Sabe pepe sa video si NSM mushu. Na za nnuane we e be da so sa. Oh, eno be da so sa na eno na da social enso ene ya de sa videos we to social media. Obi ehun ya no akate nani. But as a nation that's a remarkable step we have taken. Ya ko enim say engineering, aeronautics, computer science ene sa pathways na eboa no. Yemfa introduce mankora no bra omusa me antwan mo monko university kransa nwakwa engineering ye we nyina e wo Ghana ha eno enese amanfo ete ye de ewom no se no ye science to humanity ratio na ye 40 to 60 no ye ntumi amfa STEM so am model room amanfo ehu se science technology ne mathematics no enye den enye hu se de amanfo keka no a ye
the Jackson monya pictures in be share so.
Yes.
Where you bosom trade
we now ho and as show na sa nkwan ya na eyi die
na say nkwan no so a problem
we dey here bia yi we nso on do share videos na hwe babia nkran ne te pa esua de lab omuti esua de ene computer science wo hwe library robotics center ni nyina wo Ghana ha enya brochire and the environment where is school fra yes one are so creative art schools yes obey lab no ne ade nyina ne library ne ade natural. These are the schools we are commissioning in this country and no never be boy by the year 2030 no you betumi enya 60% science and 40% humanity. Obi, are you aware say enne say we are visual art e Ghana, we are business e Ghana, we are general arts e SHS. Nas we impo na say engineering na pese okoye e university e kwan ho mansa
for a visual art student.
Yes, for a visual art student and for a business student and for a science maybe called University of Mines and Technology. You must takwa School of Mines do na friend ye wie ya ade chin oh ye be ko sia ye wie ya ade chin ye no ye wie ya me free on 10 years later lady bi ko ho a say oye general arts
and on go you mat
and okọ na okọ no owie ye no otena fie 1 year and wode the year physics, chemistry and elective maths.
Okay.
Or city private and what they call you mat. Omoje no okọ no. She finished top of her class. Me no ka say she is one of the topmost underground female mining engineers. And you know we have brought that innovation. Dr. Alseduchum at this innovation about Pentecost University College and University of Mines and Technology.
Pentecost University.
Sorry, Pentecost University College near graduated no. Pentecost University and University of Mines and Technology.
Yes.
Pilot I'm no 300 is omo ye various courses non-science courses. And so no within a few months, they will have all the prerequisites and enroll in any engineering friends. And we are going to enroll every university to come on board this to expand access to engineering. And no free one. 2015, the test be a friend early grade reading assessment and Kurana Kasa P2 yen test womo ewo akinkem enen kuntabum ehwese say and womo outcome no no P2 learners only 2% in our public schools in 2015 only 2% were proficient at grade level. 2021 December national standardized test to addressing learning poverty. Say Accra wedi infidu in a low income country and in sub-Saharan Africa no what the book to be man Accra na own to be kind. Yes, national standardized test testing students in numeracy and literacy P4 public schools no. On the aggregate level it's about 50%. A woman say yes, that indicates that 50% ye more frana P4 no a more half into me kind into me enyan konta de I say share kwan bi e be fa so a e be to ase a ye deploy ye analyze all the weaknesses ye deploy intervention they are corrected, but from 2% to 50% within that period what accounted for it. So we are doing something right as a country. And your politics and I said the canning answer a teacher fu ya wo mo boa ya you to me do some pempenso and this phone omu na ya before. And this or minor bois, a man woman says a pa or man penning and swading or dear ban, the Minister for Education, Dr. Outside Chumonso, bochidom. Nas will be answer a bois, my bedroom penpensoya. When any zeka, Yankora ya won't echo pass your tea anyway, and this is for many. So your best say ban woman. Now, gross tertiary enrollment ratio from never former crane or 20%. Even as of last year, now 18%. Yetumia pushing man about 20. We want to get to 40% by 2030. Ye know what ye. And so and your pa ye dey go akwan. It is yielding over our teacher side and BMDC.
Okay.
We have never seen transformation in our teacher education the way we have seen the past 6 years. Kaneno, not Kaneno, you say accountant, doctor, and engineer, all those professionals, and they stand on the shoulders of a teacher. Now, so maybe a chemu na Ghana teacher ni professional because no more the minimum standards I certify one more license. We are see no they have made the minimum standards to teach in any classroom in any part of the world. Now, so you buy. Now the Danko Kufuado are buying. Yet to me introduce our policy. That licensure policy has been introduced. Are they writing the heads? Teacher phone in Adia Atum. Meno Kase, Oko public school be a teacher near Behunu, so womo biano. You be a Okra teacher license. Why you truly professional and meeting the minimum standards. One more a feeling. You are more classroom coach and to be a general benim a trainer dear in our schools, no. One more a cry license. A pager of minor quality. Now a teacher in Ghana, to me the necessity boss and me a professional. And from members of our noble profession. And this MBP are by a map President Kufuado Ama and better than a teacher Niaka say I am part of the members of the noble profession. Nini na Kanfiano, ya science such a 3-year diploma as the minimum requirement for teacher. Ya 3 more page 4-year Bachelor of Education in our colleges of education.
But then they start here and sana more.
Debbie.
4 years.
Yes. So a year minimum. Yes, scrap 3 years. No. Yes, scrap
4 years. So say I'm more degree instead of diploma. No.
Yes.
That's the end this is.
Debbie. And yeah, we end this year. Oh, Debbie. Oh. What the work can I say?
And technical university.
Obi, colleges of education. The work can I say?
Yeah.
And this was no. Na UCC wo na UCC to me a degree in chemistry or degree in education,
Bachelor of Education.
But what I'm saying is that the policy to make the minimum requirement to teach
a degree, you know.
Yes, a degree, no. Okay. Then this our policy ne ba ya ye face that until local colleges of education to see and 3 years view 4 years.
No, but I was saying, sir, the decision to make colleges of education run degree programs, no.
Yes, and
predates
the NDC. Well, no, NDC. Me no, when it comes to education, I hate to do politicization,
Okay.
but the record must be there. Where NDC. The NDC, yeah, you bet to us one. Yes, a boy abasu biano. Me bo mabasu. Ebi is a kwabenya e block no musi. Whoever took that decision to put that e block at kwabenya took a fantastic decision. I want a horse on the say day school. You know that baby we go see where no dey no.
But obi parents.
But lastly,
no. Send about one fan to pem.
Oh, that mommy family teacher na kind.
That way a good mama kind.
Okay.
Or the problem kakro mu face here by no me fan to made the man behind us. So obi my son is at fan to pem. We are not paying anything for food, though we do contributions for other things that our association leadership suggests. What's most worrying is, and not the other, but I don't know, for the image of the school, to make kind of later behind the scenes.
And that's how funny the asset. No,
but I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. I'll give him the information. No. I'll tell you, you understand why I took this decision.
Obi, now you can see no. So Ebra parent be at the buy say in school and the any one na o ja for body trinku honorable advisor o body trinku obi so the buy a chese we anya no kure na fan the pem obi akwa yi sa no but ni nyina nkan funa no now teacher for, and I'm very particular, I'm ending there me see no also.
Okay.
ICT is no longer just a course say and cultural or pass or fail.
Yeah.
Because Education Commission they are to in 2020 say across the world, if nothing changes by the year 2030, 825 million young people across the world they would not have the skills needed to thrive in today's world.
Okay.
And you know, digital skills no I don't know. And yes, ICT culture pass and fail. But if we want our learners and our children to be digitally literate, a teacher need a transfer science skill at the amount. Now, so how will he transfer that? So another transformation here, and it's yes, the same curriculum now. Colleges of education for and making sure say ICT air compulsory. And when we now waba abontin as we nya candy, we nya tools. No to me enya ekwadare wo computer be fumu ni ade. No so to me be dia kwochere more fana. And so I buy the cattle castle and making sure say 350,000 teachers and education support workers work Ghana no. Yeah more laptop. Me no ka say you training them. As some more laptops are SHS4 and JHS teachers there. A report reaching me in the case will be enya primary teachers and so a move fana and distribution so good so echo until so the last teacher is supplied. When we na a investment are buying a dear the president the president Kufuado government investment into education no a saying any other government investment into education in the Republic of Ghana in our fourth republic and until umasua ekonanim umasua ejina brania na nimu na eko and until nyina nso yenye afemu die na yemfa moa ebedase bebre enso my heads of schools bia bibia ni no mu hia omu aso nti na mumu ye besere wo mo nso amode social media ye politics no e mofra edache
mate medase bebre yenso ye dase
happy birthday
ye dase o colleague as a former colleague honorable Ebenezer Nina Nate or say oh good evening. Reverend Ntim is doing well at the ministry, but please tell him to work for me, Ebenezer Nina Nate, and on the way, Abraham. Yeah.
Oh, me paddy pa.